Yo, what up, YouTube? We here for another one, man. And before we go live tonight, I just saw, shout out to Mesus. Mesus is a subscriber to the channel. We have had a couple of mutual lo-fi conversations through comments. While he appreciated my reaction to Mirrors, he also didn't appreciate me calling him a country bumpkin. For that, I must apologize. I didn't know, man. I didn't know. He is not a country bumpkin. Far from it. But nah, the next one that I did was his Clouds freestyle. And I did that one with my daughter. And he subscribed to the channel after that. And I haven't been able... I'm really rooting for Mesus. And I want Mesus to win. And I want to fall in love with Mesus in a very non-homo sapien type of way. You know what I'm saying? Just with the art. I want to love the art and find that relatability and that common thread like I've been able to do with Adam and like I've been able to do with Tom. And just because he's so cool, bro. Like, Mesus is so cool. And I see so much potential. Like, when I watch the Clouds react, like, if you go and look at my Clouds reaction, you can tell that I'm loving it. I just felt like it was just a little too much like the original version of Clouds for me to find that common replay value in it. It just wasn't super replayable to me because it was so identical to the original. Doesn't take away from any of the talent. The talent was there. The lyrics were there. The bars were there. The flow was there. Like the cadence. Everything was there. So I'm excited to get into this, man. He just dropped a new video with Adam Calhoun, which I'm also new to the Adam Calhoun train. Shout out to the Goon Squad. Shout out to Hog Fam. Y'all have had my back now for a minute, and I'm rocking with y'all heavy. Y'all are awesome. And without further ado, bro, I'm just ready to get into it, man. I'm excited to see this one. This is Mesus and Adam Calhoun. Lost My Mind. And it sounds right up my alley. All right, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody out there, y'all ready? Let's do it.
I lost my mind the other day, and I don't know if it's safe for me to be alone. And I don't really often pray, but I know I can't make it down this road alone. My anger.
That's a little bit different from Adam. That type of tonality. It sounds like, dare I say, like it's out of desperation. I like that. Let's go.
I lost my mind the other day, and I don't know if it's safe for me to be alone. And I don't really often pray, but I know I can't make it down this road alone. My anger gets the best of me, been praying like a broken record. Angels come and rescue me, I'm yelling, open up the heavens. Had another panic attack, called a paramedic. Where the fuck my Xanax is at? I know I sound pathetic.
And listen, bro, when you're going down these roads of panic attacks, anxiety, depression, feeling like you're alone, even if you have people around you, you can still feel lonely because you can feel like you're on a mission all on your own and you can't have... You can't get people to like have your back with you, you know? Like, I know plenty of husbands. I know plenty of wives. I know fathers. I know people that have community base around them that still go through these issues on a daily basis because they still feel alone in their vision. And they're trying to act their vision out but can't get anybody to hop on this board with them. I understand that. And I understand where he's coming from here. This is Adam's a spitter. I always like his flow, I always like his delivery, and I always like his lyrics, for the most part. Everything that I've heard pretty much has been dope, except the only one that I didn't really like was Racism, and it was just, it just wasn't for me, that's all. But I like where he's going here, man, because he's painting a picture of what it's like to travel that road, and you can really get in your head. You can get in your head in the worst ways, like, man, am I sure I'm doing this right? God, am I on the right path? I don't know if I'm on the right path because it's like everybody is against me being on this path. And even if they're not against me, they're not rolling with me. And that can lead to a lot of anxiety. It can lead to a lot of angst. It can lead to a lot of stress.
My anger gets the best of me, been praying like a broken record. Angels come and rescue me, I'm yelling, open up the heavens. Had another my Xanax is at. I know I sound pathetic. I feel lost, I ain't soft, so I don't talk a lot. Spend a lot of time sleeping, hospital parking lot. Stay awake at night thinking how I get these thoughts to stop. I try drinking, mix my pills with a lot of shots. Been to the bottom of the barrel and I'm so glad that I made it out. But every now and then I go back, torn between right and wrong, my tears hit the notepad. Sooner or later gotta let it go or you go mad.
That's facts. That's the back and forth in that's what we call spiritual warfare. When the good in you is arguing against the evil in you, when the bad in you is going against the good in you. We just discussed all of this on the high rent reaction that I did yesterday, but it's so true because all of us have that. It's even as simplistic. Like if you're not the type of person that has like real evil that's trying to take over you, it's okay. You can still find relatability. Like I know tons of people that think that they don't have no evil voices in their head, but you do. You do. When you wake up in the morning, it's that voice that's like, just go back to bed. When you go to make your bed up in the morning, it's that voice that's like, I don't want to do that. You don't got to make it up this morning. You make it up every morning. Just go on. If you exercise, if you're into fitness, it's that voice that's inside of you that's like, you ain't got to run 3 miles. Just stop at 1, bro. Stop at 1. You've worked hard enough this week. And it's only Tuesday. It's that voice. That voice, if you feed it, it becomes worse and worse and worse, more negative, and more evil over the course of time if you feed it. The way that you stop feeding it and feed the better voice and make the other voice in you louder is by doing everything that it tells you not to do. This is fire.
I lost some money the other day, and I don't know if it's safe for me to be alone. And I don't really often pray, but I know I can't make it down this road alone.
Listen, man, I don't pray all the time. I do. But I understand where he's coming from. Like, I don't pray all the time, man. But I know that I can't make it down this road alone. The way that I'm trying to travel and everybody, it seems like nobody's got my back. Nobody's lining up behind me. Nobody's walking beside me. I feel like I can't make it down this road alone, so I ain't got nowhere else to go. I'm going to God. I'm praying. And people ask all the time, if you have an all-loving God that created everything, why would he allow bad to happen to people? That's exactly why God allows bad to happen to people, so that they will turn to him. This is hard. I love the beat. I love Adam's hook. I love Adam's verse. But I am super excited to get into Mesus, bro. Let's go, Mesus. Come on, baby.
The other day, and I don't know if it's safe for me to be alone. And I don't really often pray, but I know I can't make it down this road. I remember as a teenager, I had anger. Mama said dad would chase it down with alcohol. I wrote it on pads of paper. Never thought a pen could help with my mental health. I've been through hell. Tried to hide behind a smile, but never hit it well.
So far, so good, bro. The flow's good. The lyrics are good. It's relatable. I'm finding sustainability and relatability here. Way to go, Mesus. Already. Also, I grew up with those kind of anger issues of like you go to a therapist and they try to pinpoint the anger. It's like, this is what you're truly angry about. And that don't do nothing but make you more angry because you don't know what I'm angry about. I don't know what I'm angry about. Who are you to tell me what I'm angry about? Matter of fact, I'm angry at you. That's I grew up that way. That was me in a nutshell with everybody. Off the cuff. Just anyone, everyone, if you just tried to get to the center of what I was trying to protect, which was my heart, I was going to light you up because I was angry. There was real anger problems inside of me. And to this day, the only thing that I can tell you is getting saved and letting Jesus come into my heart was the only right decision, because since then I haven't had that anger attached to me, but I can still feel the relatability here. You can believe that, because that took over the course of 23 years of my life. Real anger, real angst, real anxieties. Let's go, Mesus. I like it.
I can't make it down this road. I remember as a teenager, I had anger. Mama said dad would chase it down with alcohol. I wrote it on pads of paper. Never thought a pen could help with my mental health. I've been through hell. Tried to hide behind a smile, but never hit it well. With this chip Hardest on my sleeve, leave me alone, bitch, don't come any closer. Like I'm.
And why is it that everybody that has these types of issues does wear their heart on their sleeves? It's like you got this, like he's saying, you got this big chip on your shoulder, and you feel like if anybody even tries to come close to me in a way of trying to get at my heart, I'm doing everything that I can to build a wall around me so that you can't get near my heart. Yet, for whatever reason, I always seem to wear my heart on my sleeve. I was the same way, and I still to this day, I don't have like a psychological answer for you. I don't know why we do that. I really don't. It's wild. And something else that I would like to say about Mesus is his delivery and maybe just his aura, like his attitude makes him more believable. Like you could tell he's really being him. And I think that that's what has drawn me to him, even though I didn't necessarily super rock with the first two things that I heard from him. And that's it. That's all I've heard. Like the Mirrors verse and Clouds. So this is kind of a refreshing wake up. And now I listen to Mirrors all the time now that I've heard it. Whenever I run it back and listen to it, I actually know all of his words in Mirrors. I run to Mirrors. I work out to Mirrors. I love Mirrors. Love the hook. Love Adam's verse. Love Tom's verse. And I've grown to really enjoy Mesus's verse in that as well. So I don't mean to throw any kind of shade at that verse either. It's just that it didn't reach out to me and scream like, hey, relatability right off the bat like Adam's and Tom's did. And there was an energy difference. And that was all that it was. But here, truth be told, his energy is screaming out, oh, relatability, more so to me than even Adam's is, which that's kind of a shocker for me in this one. But no, he's killing this, man. I want to run it back a little bit. Matter of fact, I want to run it all the way back. I like what he's saying. I like it when people just got something to say, you know? I do.
I remember as a teenager I had anger. Mama said Dad would chase it down with alcohol. I wrote it all on pads of paper. Never thought a pen could help with my mental health. I've been through hell. Tried to hide behind a smile but never hit it well. With this chip big as hell on my shoulder like a boulder. Hardest on my sleeve, leave me alone, bitch, don't come any closer. Like I'm holding myself hostage and making bomb threats. But these are not threats, about to explode, I promise. God says to
Woo. That was tough. That line is tough, bro. It's like I'm holding myself hostage and making bomb threats, but this ain't no bomb threat. I'm really about to blow. I promise. I like that. I like that, Mesus.
a boulder, hardest on my sleeve, leave me alone, bitch, don't come any closer. Like I'm holding myself hostage and making bomb threats. But these are not threats, about to explode, I promise. Doc says to be on meds, my homie took him, now he's dead. Big pharma, big tech, drug us while collecting checks. We used to.
And listen, man, I battled addiction myself, so I always have a sweet spot for addicts. I always have a sweet spot for all of these people that are dying from not just the street drugs that have the fentanyl in it, but big pharma. Like, people are dying from drugs every day, and it's not all wrapped up within the addicts in the street that you think of when you hear about someone dying from a drug overdose. It's almost beginning to feel like it's murder, you know? And I know that's not really the right way to put it, but it almost feels that way as an addict, as someone that has been in those situations, and as someone that's come out on the other side. And literally, I thank God that I'm not still in those situations, because I would be one of those people that died. I promise. But no pun. But I feel for them, and it's frustrating and it's upsetting, because truly the only thing that can be done, in my opinion, the only thing that can be done about it in full is if those people realize that they have a problem, hit a rock bottom, and grow from that bottom and leave it alone. The issue is that so many people hit that rock bottom, and that rock bottom is death. So it's a frustrating situation, man. It is.
Just while collecting checks, we used to fight incontinence. To explode, I promise. Doc says to be on meds, my homie took him, now he's dead. Big pharma, big tech, drug us while collecting checks. We used to fight incontinence, now we fighting common threats. Ain't no common sense no more, don't ask me why I'm on the edge. I lost my money the other day,
Mesus, yes. Yes. That was super hard. Yo, I love Adam. Mises got him on that one. I know that probably ain't what they were trying to do, but you can't tell me that you ain't got a little bit of competitive nature in you, Mises. You can't tell me that. You're a hip hop guy. I know that you're a rapper's rapper, bro. Like you got that competitive feel in you. I know you do. You deserve this one, bro. This was a win for you. This was hard. I'll go over it some more in a minute, but
like a boulder, hardest on my sleeve, leave me alone, bitch, don't come any closer. Like I'm holding myself hostage and making bomb threats, but these are not threats, about to explode, I promise. Doc says to be on meds, my homie took him, now he's dead. Big pharma, big tech, drug us while collecting checks. We used to fight in continents, now we fighting common threads. Ain't no common sense no more, don't ask me why I'm on the edge.
I lost my mind the other day, and
we gotta quit letting comments get to us, bro. I'm telling you that to everybody. Like, if you got people that are commenting under a post that you made, or you got videos that you produce and you have people commenting hateful comments under your videos or whatever, at the end of the day, let's talk about what music offers, okay? To me, what made me fall in love with music, like what made me fall in love with like the Marshall Mathers LP, the Eminem Show, Word of Mouth, Get Rich or Die Trying, Break the Cycle by Stained, Significant Other by Limp Bizkit, Devil Without a Cause by Kid Rock. What made me fall in love with all of this music was finding relatability. Okay, I preach this all the time on my channel. Music today is made for a microwaved generation, which means that from the age of 10 years old going up, their form of content is just scrolling through a TikTok or scrolling through a YouTube short, and they watch the first 15 seconds. If they don't like it, they move on. If they like it, they hit the like button. They might share it with a friend. Ha ha ha. That's the way they're consuming music too. There is no relatability in it anymore. And it's sad. But when you do stumble across someone like Mesus, Adam, Tom, NF, Eminem, to find that relatability again and just find that common thread, and like someone shares the pain that I feel, or someone shares the pain that I once felt, and they've made it to the other side, or they're fighting the same fight, whatever the case may be, that draws you in and makes you feel that way, it needs to be saluted. It needs to be paid for. It needs support. So when I do these reaction videos and I find real love in it, and I find that real relatability to the point where I want to hear it again, where I feel like it touches my soul and pulls on my heartstrings, I want to champion it. I want to put it up on a mantle and just say, look at this greatness. It touched my heart. It might touch yours. And I've been a little overly critical and tough on Mesus because I haven't reacted to enough. The first time that I reacted to Mesus, I was really unfair and too critical on all three of them, on Tom, Adam, and him. Swapped up in the middle and ended up giving Tom and Adam a lot of credence and praise, but I didn't give Mesus the praise that maybe he did deserve. And then when I did Clouds, I'm such a big NF fan that I just felt like if you're going to do something like this, you have to make it more original and be your own. And that's all I've done. So this is what I want to say after just hearing the verse that I just heard. I am a fan. You pulled on my heartstrings. You brought me back to a place that was close to a rock bottom, and I need to remember that rock bottom so I can remember where I came from, so I never feel like I'm too far-fetched and gone away from it, so that I can teach my kids something substantially different than the walk that I took. And because of that, Mr. Mesus, I want to say thank you. I really do appreciate it, man. I appreciate music like this, and I hope it never dies. I hope it never dies. It's the sweetest, most beautiful thing about music. It's the toughest thing about music. And within the midst of all of that relatability, it also gives you a point of aggression. It gives you a point of like, I'm going to make it through this. And it gives you that boost of motivation that you need to get through it if you're still going through it. That's double relatability. This was real dope. I like this song a lot. And I want to shout out Adam for this hook too. This hook was creative and just super different. This is hard. I like this a lot.
I lost someone the other day, and I don't know if it's safe for me to be alone. And I don't really often pray, but I know I can't make it down this road alone. I lost someone the other day, and I don't know if it's safe for me to be alone. And I don't really often pray, but I know I can't make it down this road alone.
It's fire. Love it. Super fire. I also just want to say it's so weird to me how I find so much relatability with these guys. Maybe we have similarities in the way we grew up, similarities in the buffoonery that we got in when we were younger, and similar outlooks on the way to get through it, similar outlooks on the way to get through life. And because of that, I find so much relatability in it, but I'm confused about why me and probably millions of others fell victim. I mean, I'm a hip hop head, dude. But so many people have to be falling victim to the same way that I fell victim to, where I don't like making a victim out of myself, so that might be the wrong word. But I was told that these guys were just MAGA rapper nothings that were from the depths of the country, and they made hip hop. And they were like Yellow Wolf wannabe MAGA rappers. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy to think about, especially the more in depth I get. Like, I'm like, where did they get that nonsense from, dude? Because I know I haven't touched any of the political stuff, but I'm looking at this like, they are not country. They're not bumpkins. They're dudes that have been through a lot of turmoil and trials in their lives. And they're showing people that there's another side. They're trying to give people hope. And if the system is trying to strain you and take you away from that, then God, we do need to fight the system. The powers that be within the music industry I'm talking about. I'm not even talking about our upper echelons in the country. I'm just talking about in the music industry. Like, what are y'all doing? Y'all are sleeping on the stuff that, and I know that these guys are independent and happily independent, but they're sleeping on the guys that are making people feel like, for instance, like NF. I went to an NF show last August. He filled up 10,000 seats, sold out an arena. He ain't on hip hop radio. He's not in these hip hop community discussions. I imagine that these guys can get pretty close to doing the same thing. They ain't in those arenas. I mean arena as far as like the discussions that are being held. It's crazy to think about when you really start digging into it and thinking deep. And I'm sure y'all are going to send me a million songs that I need to listen to now that I'm on that wavelength of thought. But I just wanted to say shout out to Mesus, shout out to Adam, shout out to Tom, shout out to Nova, shout out to NF, shout out to Dax, shout out to this new guy Ren that I've stumbled across, and all of these people that you're making your soul bleed through the pen. And I tip my hat to that. I respect it. I love it. I admire it. And secondly, or not secondly, I've went over a bunch of points, but lastly, and I'm glad that I have a couple of minutes to talk about this. Another reason that I really just wanted to like Mesus and I wanted to be a fan of Mesus is because of his Christianity. And I'm going to find relatability in that as long as he can articulate it in the music. But the walk of fighting demons, getting the evil out of you, and trusting in the Lord to lead the way for you is so special, especially when people get to see it come from somebody who's not uppity Western civilization version of, brown hair, blue-eyed Jesus in the church. Like someone that can show you like God can use Mesus in such a big way. And he informed me a while back ago that that's what his name is Jesus in me. So the fact that he relies on Jesus to lay down the groundwork and the footwork for him, and that he battles in that way, that's beautiful to me. I can't wait to see where Jesus takes Mesus. I hope that Mesus always gives the credit back to where it deserves to go. And I like seeing the relatability of walking with Jesus, battling demons at the same time, and still being the version of yourself that Jesus came to you and loved you to be while you're trying to change. While Jesus is transforming you from the inside out, you're not just going to go from who you are to like automatically being the uppity guy at the church that's, you know, looking like a youth pastor. And that's just not the way that it works. Didn't work that way with me either. Now, I'm in church. I believe that it's important to have church. I believe it's important to have a church family and to have a church home, somewhere to place your tithes, somewhere to find comfort, somewhere to be discipled. I think that that's important, but I also think that it's just as important for other people that are lost to see that you don't have, they probably feel, a lot of people feel in their hearts like, I can never become that. That's just not who I am. If that's the case, you need to look at someone like Mesus to say, oh, it ain't all like that. He's a follower of Jesus. Oh, okay. I feel like I could probably do that. And then you invite Jesus into your heart and Jesus transforms you into who he wants you to be anyway. So I salute it, bro. I think this was super dope. Mesus, I think this was awesome. Adam, super dope. I'm excited to keep digging into these guys' catalogs, man. This is getting better and better as time goes. I will see y'all a little later on tonight. We're going to be doing The Way I Am Freestyle by Tom for Tom Tuesdays at 8 p.m. I will see you there. Like and subscribe if you're new. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the commentary. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.